Hello, my dear students. Uh, Welcome to your geography class, and I am your geography teacher, Mr. Vinod Kumar. In this video, we will study chapter 2, that is the Earth's major landforms. So, this is the first video of this chapter. Um, so, means in this chapter you will study about the different types of landforms. There are three types of landform, that is mountains, plateaus, and plains. uh, First we will cover these. First we will cover the mountains only in this video. Mountains and it types. There are two types of mountains are there: fold mountains and fold mountains, block mountains, and volcanic mountains. So let us and we will also study the importance of mountains also in this video. So let us begin with our chapter. So एक्चुअली द वर्ड लैंड फॉर्म होता है ज़मीन की आकृतियाँ, मीन डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ एरियाज होता है लैंड एरियाज. द मेजर लैंड फॉर्म, मेजर मीन्स मेन. So let us begin with our chapter. The earth has a solid surface made up of rocks and soil. It is called the crust. In your junior class you must have studied that earth surface is divided into the first is the crust, then the mantle, then core is also made of inner core and the outer core is there, then inner core. So our solid surface, that is the crust, it is made of rocks. Then out of the total area of this surface, about 71% is covered by water, and 29% of the surface of water in the land in the form of land masses. Means the on the earth the 70%, the 71% area of the earth is covered with water, and rest of the remaining 29% is covered with water throughout the land masses. So the vast areas of water surrounding the land masses are interconnected. Actually, whatever the land masses are there, 7 continents are there, and small islands are there. So these 7 continents are surrounded by equally by water from all sides, and they are interconnected also, all the water bodies and land masses also. So the level of the water remains every year. So that is why now only the level of the water remains same. This level of sea level of water everywhere, which is interconnected with the land masses, it is known as sea level. The height or the depth of any point or surface is measured with reference to sea level. Means whether is the height which is above the land, it is measured with the respect of the sea level. And if we go towards the depth of the land or the depth in the sea also, it is measured with respect to the sea level only. For example, Mount means you must know that Mount Everest is 8,840 meter high of the sea level, and the deepest and the lowest point on the earth is that is Mariana Trench, which is in Pacific Ocean, and it is 11,034 meters below the sea level. Then landforms, the surface. Actually, there are 3 major landforms: mountains, plateaus, and plains. The surface of the earth is not the same everywhere. Some parts are elevated, they are little bit higher मतलब ऊंचे होते हैं. एंड सम आर रग्ड मतलब घिसे हुए होते हैं, और दे एंड अदर्स आर फ्लैट. रग्ड होता है एक तो बीहड़ भी बोलते हैं, एंड रग्ड होता है आपका खुरदरा, जैसे रफ सरफेस. माउंटेन्स मोस्टली हैव द रफ सरफेस and they have pointed peak, and hills have the rubbed surface and rounded tops. In other words, the earth's surface had different types of landform depending upon the elevation and slope होता है means the best example of a slope is the course of a river from the mountain, or you can see the ladder is there. It's a slopely web. When और द स्टेयरकेस, जो सीढ़ियाँ होती है वो भी स्लोपिंग एरिया होता है. Slope is the region of from the higher level to the lower level or the lower region. So that is why the landforms are divided into three types, that is mountains, plateaus and plains. Then you should know that how the landforms are formed. Actually landforms are formed through the endogenous process. Actually endogenous process are the processes which take place deep under the earth's surface, because and endogenous processes are which occur in the under the earth's surface because of the intense heat and pressure of the earth. Most landforms are formed by processes acting deep under the earth's surface. These processes are known as endogenous processes. Actually inside the earth, the core is there, that inner core and the outer core, it exerts a lot of pressure and heat inside. So that's why because of that only the endogenous processes take place. The solid surface layer of the earth is made up of a number of pieces that is fit together like a jigsaw piece of a jigsaw होती है. आपने बड़ी वाली आ रही देखी, उसके टीथ लाइक स्ट्रक्चर होते हैं, मीन्स अप एंड डाउन वी शेप्ड स्ट्रक्चर आर देयर. So these means so in the same way only the earth is also made up of a hard solid surface, where pieces are put together like a piece of jigsaw, है ना, एक के साथ एक ब्लॉक करके उनको लगा देगा like the jigsaw होता है in the form of V shape. These pieces are called plates, and this jigsaw pieces are known as plates, and these plates float on molten rocks, and these rocks move relatively to each other, along with each other. As they move, parts of the earth's surface are pushed up, pulled down, bent or broken to create new surface, to create new landform. Actually inside the earth, the rocks are in the molten form in the core. So when this actually core is there, for means the earth is divided into three, is divided into crust, mantle, then core. Core is also outer core, that is core means outer core is of hard rocks, then inner core is having the molten rocks, which is known as magma. So when these magma keeps on moving and push and pull and breaking down, pressure or intense heat and pressure is created. Because of this only breakage and bend and push and pull only the new landforms are created. All landforms are shaped by exogenous processes. Exogenous means the processes which take place on the earth surface or near the earth surface. For example, heat and cold make rocks crack and break. Actually cracking and breaking of rocks because of heat, cold and water, this is known as weathering. And because of this weathering only the mountains or the rocks, they attain their shape and size. So do we. And in the same way also, actually because of the exogenous process only, the rubbing of the landforms takes place. So do some actions of plants, animals and people. Actually whatever the action which are done by animals, plants and people, they directly act upon these landforms. Wind, water and moving ice break up rocks too, and these are the agents of weathering. So that's why they give the proper shape to the different lands. So they also carry away the broken pieces and deposit them elsewhere. Actually wind and water has tremendous power, and even ice which breaks, or the big ice like the glaciers or the icebergs, they carry the broken pieces from one place to another. Actually, wind, water, and moving ice, they possess a tremendous amount of force. So that's why they carry the broken piece of the rocks or the mountains of small forms from one place to another. Then we'll study what is mountain. A mountain is a conical mass of land rising much greater heights than the surrounding areas. Actually, mountains is always in the form of cone, and they are much they have much greater height than the a greater height than the surrounding area, and the pointed top of the mountain is called a peak. Then mountains generally occur in the form of a chain or line that is called a range. So the examples of the mountain ranges are the Himalayas in the Asia, the Alps in the Europe, the Rockies in the North America, and the Andes in the South America are some example of mountain ranges. Then if the mountains have a greater heights, then they have a much higher. For example, Mount Everest in the Himalayas is the world's highest peak. You know that it rises to a height of 8,848 meters of sea level, and still the height of the Mount Everest is increasing because of the push and pull which is being created in under the earth surface. A small mountain, and the mountains which are small, they are known as hill, and hills are generally rounded on tops. They have rounded tops. And the lowland between hills or mountains, the lowland which is between the mountain and hill, it is called a valley, and valley is always in the form of V shape. Then depending on how they are formed, mountains may be of theta. Actually, mountains are of theta, means they are divided in thetas because the process how they are formed. There is fold mountains, block mountain, and volcanic mountains. You can see in this world map, you can see the major mountain areas of the world. You can see North America with the dark yellow color, they are shown, the mountain ranges are shown here. You can see here is the Rockies is there in the North America. Then the South America Andes range is there. Then in the Africa Atlas Mountains range is there. Then in the Europe Alps are there. Then in Asia Himalayan region. In Australia the Great Australian range. The Great Dividing Range is there. So these are the as follows. Then let us come how the mountain. First we will study fold mountain. Fold mountains are formed when the part of the earth surface pushed to form wrinkles or folds. I am showing here in this picture. You can see at the bottom of the page how fold mountains are formed. In figure 2.2 at the down, you can see push and pull is created. The earth surface is there. Under the earth surface, the push is created, and because of the push, then you can see in the second figure, because of the push, the wrinkles are created. Surface wrinkles up to form fold mountain. Actually, these are the wrinkles. Then the wrinkles which are little bit higher, they form the peak or the upfold. They are known as the anticline, and the wrinkles which are little bit low, they are known as syncline or the valley or downfold. You can see in the figure 2.2 part second. The fold mountains are formed when the part of the earth surface is pushed to form wrinkles. Actually, when the push force acts upon the earth surface from both sides, then the fold mountains are formed. Means wrinkles are created, झुर्रियाँ सी बनती हैं, है ना. Suppose if you take the towel, place it on the table, then if you fold from both the side, then the wrinkles will be created. Then the rising, then the raised part of the towel will be known as anticlines, and the lower part of the towel it will be known as the low lying area of the towel will be known as syncline. In the same way, it is shown in the figure 2.2 in part second. You can see the wrinkles in the first arrow, it is pointing towards the wrinkle, that is surface wrinkles up to form folded mountain. Then the anticlines are the wrinkles which are high, very high, they are known as peak. Then the wrinkles which are very low, they are known as valley or downfall, or they are known as syncline. Actually, anticlines, they form the peaks, and the curved downwards syncline, these form the valleys. The Himalayas and the examples of the fold mountains are actually these fold mountains are the young fold mountains also, that like Himalayas, the Alps, the Rockies and the Andes are examples of fold mountains system. So are the Atlas mountains in Africa and the Great Dividing Range in Australia. Then we will study all the young and old fold mountains, young fold mountains and old fold mountains. Mountains are formed and shaped over millions of years. Actually, it takes millions of years to form a mountain. Means they attain their height in maximum of years. Older mountains which have been exposed to forces like wind and water for a very long time. Actually, these are the forces of nature, water and wind. They keep on rubbing the mountains. So the mountains which are very old, they have been rubbed by wind and water, and these wind and water are known as the weathering agent also. So they keep on rubbing, घिस देते हैं इनको mountains को. So that's why they are known as the old fold mountain. As a result, they have been worn down. Worn down means घिस जाते हैं. So they are usually lower, and because of rubbing or worn down only, that's why the mountains are old mountains are lower. Means they have less height, less rugged. Less rugged means they are less rough, कम खुरदरे होते हैं, they have less rough surface. Then younger mountain means younger mountains will have more rough surface, and they will be having a much height also. Their peaks are rounded, and old fold mountains will have rounded peak, whereas the young mountains will have the pointed peaks. Young mountains are generally high and rugged with pointed peaks. The Himalayas, Alps, Rockies and Andes are young fold mountains, while the Appalachians of the USA and the Urals of Russia, the Aravallis hills of India and parts of the Atlas mountain, the Great Dividing Range are old fold mountains. Then we will study the block mountains. The cracking of the earth's crust is called faulting. When the earth crust breaks or cracks, it is called faulting. Then cracks or rifts are called faults, and the cracks which are created because the intense heat and pressure under the earth's surface in the crust, these cracks are known as rifts or faults. Then the chunk of a land, chunk means a major piece of land on one side of a fault may get pushed away or may cave in. मीन या तो वो जो बहुत बड़ा पीस का लैंड होता है, इट बिकॉज ऑफ द फॉल्ट इट मे गेट पुश्ड अवे, या तो वो पुश हो जाता है तो वो हट जाता है वहाँ से, और या एक है ना केव सा, गुफा टाइप सा, मतलब दैट एरिया विल लो डाउन. अ रेज्ड चंक इज कॉल्ड अ ब्लॉक माउंटेन एंड फॉल्ट ब्लॉक व्हेन द चंक इज अबव, मतलब उठा हुआ एरिया होगा उसका, दैट इज नोन एज अ ब्लॉक माउंटेन or the fault block mountain or hose. And the sunken portion is called a rift or a sunken portion is called a rift valley or a craven. You can see in this picture figure 2.4 how block mountains are formed. You can see here, you can see in figure 2.4 part A, that is first figure. You can see because of the pull, of the earth surface in the crust, the faulting is created. Because of the faulting, the crack is created. Then the second part, you can see part A, figure second, the block mountain, and the area between has the place where the crack was there, that area has sunken, है ना, वो नीचे जा चुका है. तो that is known as block sink or rift valley, and this is known as the valley is always in the form of V shape. Then you can see in the part B, figure B, part first, because the push from inwards, when the push is inwards, then the crack is created, and because the inward push, the block mountain is created. There is a raised block mountain, and the sideways, जो साइड का एरिया होगा वो है ना नीचे चला जाता है. Young block mountains and rift valleys have steep sides. Steep sides mean खड़ी हुई ढलानें होती हैं उनके. The valleys are generally widened as their sides are worn out by wind, water and ice. Actually, wind, water and ice, they are the forces of nature or the weathering agent. So the valleys, the areas of the valleys may become wider, मतलब चौड़ी हो जाती हैं और ज़्यादा, because of the weathering, because these wind, air, water and wind keep on rubbing the valleys. Then the Vosges and the Black Forest mountains of Europe are example of block mountain, while the Rhine Valley between them is a rift valley. In India, the Vindhya and the Satpura are the ranges of block mountains, and the Narmada Valley between them is a rift valley. There is a chain of rift valleys in the eastern part of Africa. This is called the Great Rift Valley. Then we come on to that is third type of mountain, the volcanic mountain. Below the solid surface of the earth, there is a layer of hot molten rock. Actually, layer of hot molten rocks is called as magma. When this magma comes on the earth's surface, it is known as lava, and this lava comes out because when there is an intense heat and pressure, the magma is pushed upwards and it comes on the earth's surface through the vent or the tube in the volcanic mountain. Material from this layer may come out through openings in the earth's surface, or maybe if there is some other opening or the hole is there in the surface, through that also this molten rocks or the magma may come out. On reaching the surface, it cools down. You can see in the picture, it is an erupting volcano. Then one more figure is it, figure 2.3. The Himalayas are young-fall mountains. And when this molten rocks or the magma which comes in the form of lava outside of the earth's surface, it cools down and hardens. Sometimes it piles up around the opening and gradually forms a mountain. Actually, when it comes out of the earth's surface, it piles up, मतलब ढेर बन जाता है. Because of that piling up only, the mountain is formed. Such a mountain is called a volcanic mountain or a simply volcano. Or when from such a surface the whole mountain rocks keep on coming out, this type of mountain is called a volcanic mountain or the volcano. Fujiyama in Japan, Kilimanjaro in Tanzania and Mount Etna in Sicily are example of volcanoes. Then we will study what is the importance of mountains. Actually, mountains are very important because the ice on the mountains which is there in the form of glaciers, it melts down, and this melting of the glaciers, the ice melts into water, and this melting of the glacier form rivers, and rivers are very useful for the people, for because river water is a lifeline for the people, because it is beneficial for the people to grow crops, and for drinking purposes also, and other uses also. Then we will study what is importance of mountain. On mountain it is cold, and there is very little level land for growing crops and for building and houses and roads. So mountains are not ideal places for living, because the mount on the mountain, the surface of the mountains is very hard. So it is very difficult to grow the crops, and the condition are very extreme, so people are not able to live. Mountains are useful in other ways. The glaciers, the large masses of moving ice that move down the slopes of high mountains, usually melts at lower heights. Actually, when the temperature becomes little bit higher, these glaciers melt and they turn into rivers. And the rivers running down the steep slopes of mountains are fast flowing. Actually, these rivers, when flow from the माउंटेन, द स्टीप स्लोप्स ऑफ द माउंटेन आर फास्ट फ्लोइंग, है ना, जब वो खड़ी ढलान होती है पहाड़ से, तो इसलिए बहुत तेज़ी से पानी बहता है. सो दैट्स वाई ओनली दे आर वेरी आइडियल फॉर जनरेटिंग हाइड्रो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी. The electricity which is generated from the water. Actually, hydro means water, electricity, Beside mountain slopes often have forests which give us wood and many other useful things. Means on the whole, the mountains are very useful. Many tourists visit the mountains to enjoy the scenic beauty and to take part in adventure sports such as skiing, mountaineering, and white water rafting. So, my dear students, that's all in our video. We will discuss the chapter further in our next video. Goodbye.